Good evening, friends. Thank you for joining Candid Meena every evening to follow what's happening in India and abroad. And thank you for sending me your useful comments and suggestions. If you believe in this channel, do hit the like button, share with friends, and spread the message. Our only mission is to bring you the truth and both sides of the story. Thank you for your support. Today, I'd like to give you some bits of news as well as also talk in detail about Sachin Vaze towards the end and what the NIA should be actually doing with regards to the SSR case. Okay. So, friends, the news that wrestler Nisha, Dahiya was killed is wrong. So, she herself, wrestler Nisha Dahiya, has issued a video saying reports of her death are false. I'm in Gonda to play senior nationals. I'm all right. It's a fake news. Reports of her death. I'm fine. The wrestler said. So there are some media which are saying that she was killed, but she's not dead. She's clarified it herself. Okay. Another small piece of news is that Riaz Bhatti's wife, the person who's been in the news in both Nawab Malik's press conference as well as Fadnavis's press conference, the underworld Don Riaz Bhatti, his wife has filed a complaint in Santa Cruz, Mumbai police station on 24th September 2021. She accused her husband of rape and high society sexual racket. She has mentioned names of Prithviraj Kothari, Munaf Patel, Rajiv Shukla, and Hardik Pandya. So here I'd like to just repeat this because people should know who these politicians are, you know, friendly with. Riaz Bhatti's wife has filed a complaint in Santa Cruz, Mumbai police station on 24th September 2021. She accused her husband of rape and high society sexual racket. She has mentioned the names of Prithviraj Kothari, Munaf Patel, Rajiv Shukla, and Hardik Pandya. So now details will come about that as well. Meanwhile, Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray was admitted in Mumbai's Harkishan Das Hospital on Wednesday, that is today. The 61-year-old leader will undergo a minor surgery. He had on Tuesday hinted that he may undergo a surgery if need arises, stating that his back pain is aggravated. As per the reports, the Shiv Sena chief has been exercising under an expert's guidance and also walks on treadmill regularly. Since the last few days, he developed pain in his legs and back. He also mentioned that during his meeting with journalists before Diwali, one of CM aides told media, the CM's pain has aggravated and a medical team is monitoring the development. He's also undergoing routine checkup. The CM's aide added, looks like his deeds are showing that his spine is not in the correct position. Or does he have one? What we would like to say is that CMG, this is only a fraction of what SSR underwent. His leg was broken, he was bashed up, needles were poked all over his body, and God alone knows what else. Do you understand the kind of pain that he would have undergone? And we also find it strange that you do not admit yourself to your own hospital, which is Cooper Hospital. Sooner the Mahavikas Aghadi government falls, the better for Maharashtra. The central part of the Maharashtra political churn is the 1993 blasts and the NN Vohra committee report. Declassification of NN Vohra report should come out soon to eradicate corruption from Maharashtra. Yeah, moving on to you, Jere.
Yeah, now today morning, Nawab Malik, in his own words, dropped a so-called hydrogen bomb against Fadnavis. So Nawab Malik has alleged that on October 8th, 2017, the DRI, which is the Directorate of Revenue Intelligence, seized rupees 14.56 crores of fake currency in BKC, Mumbai. But the matter was brushed under the carpet by Fadnavis and was reported as a fake note case of only rupees 8 lakhs. Now, Nawab Malik today claimed that former Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis had protected a fake currency racket busted in October 2017 Following the demonetization of currency notes in 2016 with the help of NCB Zonal Director Samir Wankade, who was then with the DRI, which is the Directorate of Revenue Intelligence. Now, what has Nawab Malik alleged? So, Malik has alleged that on October 8, DRI seized rupees 14.56 crores of fake currency in BKC, Mumbai. But the matter was brushed under the carpet by Fadnavis and was reported as a fake note case of rupees 8 lakhs. He alleged that the key person arrested by the DRI was the brother of Haji Arafat Sheikh, who was later made the Minority Commission chairman by the Fadnavis government. Now, Haji Imran Alam Sheikh, then General Secretary of North Central District Congress Committee, his uncle Zahid Sheikh, a car based real estate agent, Mahesh Alim Chandani, and a Pune resident Shivaji Rao Kedekar, in connection with the circulation and distribution of fake notes of rupees 2000 and rupees 500 in the city. Now, the DRI found that the fake notes were smuggled into the country from the Indo Bangladesh border and were of high quality, as about 20 of the 31 security features of the new 2000 rupees and 500 rupee notes were copied in the fake notes. Now, subsequently, the DRI also arrested a man named Riaz Khan, a key accused in the case from Kalyan in Maharashtra, and seized good quality fake notes of rupees 9.75 lakhs and a fake rupees 2000 rupee notes, which mentioned Children's Bank of India in place of the Reserve Bank of India with a face value of rupees 6 lakhs. Now, the question is, did the DRI report the case to RBI, NIA, and CBI? So, sources said that the DRI said it is mandatory to report every fake Indian currency seizure by the agency to the RBI, NIA, and the CBI. Now, the NIA and the CBI then decide if they want to pursue the case. Now, the DRI sources said had informed the RBI, NIA, and CBI of the case booked by it in October 2017. Now, according to a top DRI official, the allegations of Nawab Malik are incorrect, while Wankade, a joint director at DRI, was in charge of the case against the Haji Imran Alam Sheikh, the brother of Haji Arafat Sheikh, and others. The total fake currency recovered from Haji Imran Alam Sheikh was rupees 10 lakhs. Now, what is the status of DRI case as of now? The case booked by DRI against Sheikh and others is pending in the court for prosecution, said a source. All the accused in the case are currently out on bail, and BJP leader Ashish Shelar alleges rupees 1,600 crores scam in BMC's Mumbai coastal road project. So this is another scam. So refuting the allegations, BMC in a statement said between October 2018 and December 2020, work worth rupees 683 crores has been done. BJP leader Ashish has alleged that there were irregularities to the tune of rupees 1,600 crores in the Mumbai coastal road project being executed by the Shiv Sena-ruled BMC. Addressing a press conference, he said corrupt consultants and contractors must be blacklisted, and a SIT team must be formed by Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray to probe officials and the others involved in what he said was a major scam. Now, the BJP is in favor of the road which will connect Kandivali in the north of the metropolis to Nariman Point in South Mumbai, but it would not allow corruption to go unpunished. This is what he said. And he said that the BMC had appointed two consultants for the phase between Priyadarshini Park in Malabar Hill to Baroda Palace near Haji Ali, with AECOM being appointed as general consultant and Louis Berger as project consultant. These two consultants were to give a list of the certified quarries from where backfill material was to be procured for reclamation. Now, the standing committee of the BMC had approved rupees 600 crores to be paid to these two consultants, who were tasked with ensuring that the project moved in the right direction. Now, this is what Sheila claimed. And however, instead of procuring material from the quarries recommended by these consultants, it was procured from other unapproved quarries, thus raising doubts about the quality of the work. Now, nearly 8.5 lakh tons of materials are used for reclamation was procured and purchased illegally from 6 quarries. Now, who owns the quarries? Who is benefiting from the material being procured from them? In another case, the quarry was certified, but the material procured was not certified. In the third instance, a certified item was not procured, while in one case, a quarry was added to the list of approved ones later. This is what the BJP leader alleged. He said such irregularities had led to 2.8 million tons of substandard quality material being dumped into the sea as part of the reclamation work in the last 1 year, with BMC officials, consultants, as well as the civic body's standing committee not doing enough to prevent this scenario. Now, Sheila said that he had written to Union Environment Minister Bhupendra Yadav asking if the BMC was adhering to the norms under which it was allowed to go ahead with the project. If the environment norms have not been followed, then the center must immediately ask the BMC for clarifications. The BMC must not shield errant contractors. We are willing to discuss the project in the interest of Mumbaikars, and the ruling Shiv Sena must not make it a prestige issue. This is what the MLA added. Now, meanwhile, the Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation, in a statement, rejected Sheila's allegations as baseless and said the material was procured from certified quarries, with quality tests being done regularly. The project management consultants and the general consultant for the project are being given rupees 229 crores and not rupees 600 crores, with fees being given in phases and not all at one time. Now, from October 2018 to December 2020, work worth rupees 683 crores has been done. So it would be wrong to say there is an irregularity to the tune of rupees 1,600 crores. This is what the BMC statement informed. So there has been a lot of scams which which are getting exposed day by day.
Exposed, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a slugfest, each one putting more mud on the other. Okay. Okay, moving on to the Aryan Khan case. Sam D'Souza fears for his life. His lawyer says he will cooperate with SIT, having grabbed headlines for all the wrong reasons. Sanville Adrian D'Souza, alias Sam D'Souza, has been conspicuous by his absence in connection with the Aryan Khan case. He has neither appeared before the Mumbai Police Special Investigation Team, which is a SIT, nor has been seen at the Narcotics Control Bureau office. While some say he is in hiding, for there is a threat to his life and his family, others maintain that he is not in Mumbai and left the city a few days before Diwali. Viewers, this is really convenient. Whenever they find that they are going to be caught or exposed, like Parambir Singh, who has set the trend, they all run away. Now, his statement is significant not just for NCB but for Mumbai Police SIT as well. Sam D'Souza's lawyers are not willing to divulge much, but have maintained that their client will cooperate with the agencies and he will appear before the SIT at an appropriate time. A resident of Mumbai, Sunwheel's name came to light after independent witness Prabhakar Sale claimed that he had overheard KP Gosavi make a payoff deal with Sam D'Souza to facilitate the release of actor Shah Rukh Khan's son Aryan Khan in the cruise drugs bust case. Speaking to media, lawyer Pankaj Yadav said that his client was not in hiding and willing to cooperate. Sam D'Souza has already given a complaint in writing to the police and other agencies that there could be a threat to his life. He has named the people as well, he added. The lawyer further maintained that Sam D'Souza is not in the wrong. Well, that is not for you to decide, is what we say. That's up to the court to decide. The various WhatsApp conversations between Sunil Patil and Sam D'Souza revealed that once it was known that KP Gosavi was a fraud, Sam D'Souza had tried to dissociate himself from the matter and even questioned Sunil Patil for landing him in trouble. When asked that Sunil Patil said he had no role other than being a facilitator, Yadav said, he's saying again and again, in WhatsApp chats to Sunil Patil that he has got nothing to do with the case. So why has he been put into trouble? The lawyer asserted that his client has already put out a complaint. KP Gosavi, Sunil Patel, and Prabhakar Sale are the three names. These are the real conspirators who implicated Sam. He's been receiving threat calls for some time now. Some try to reach out to his family as well, and hence his family too is scared, he added. Now, media has accessed the WhatsApp conversation between Sunil Patel and Sam D'Souza, which they had on October 24th. In the conversation, Sam D'Souza asked Sunil Patil why did it put him in trouble, to which Patil replied saying that he himself is getting tense about it now. Sam D'Souza also blamed Sunil Patil for making him meet Kiran Gosavi despite knowing he's a cheat. To this, Sunil Patil replied that he was also not aware how Kiran Gosavi got his number and that he is a cheat. But Sam D'Souza blamed Sunil Patil, saying he was the one who was in touch with Kiran Gosavi, as per the conversation. Maharashtra Cabinet Minister Nawab Malik recently made public the NCB summons, which revealed Sam D'Souza's real name as Sanvi, Adrian D'Souza. An audio clip of his conversation with NCB officer VV Singh too was put on public platform by Nawab Malik, leaving many to speculate if Sanveil was an NCB informer. Back to you, Jerry.
Yeah, if you believe it or not, there's a third non-bailable warrant issued against Parambir Singh, which has been issued in connection with the extortion case registered at the Marine Drive police station. A non-bailable warrant has been issued in connection with the extortion case, and the latest warrant is in connection with the extortion case registered at the Marine Drive police station, in which the Maharashtra Criminal Investigation Department, the CID, has arrested Police Inspector Nandakumar Gopale and Asha Korke on Tuesday. Now, the FIR names Singh and 7 others, including 5 police officers. Gopale was currently posted at the Kandala Police Training Center and Korke in the Naigaon local arms unit. The duo was arrested following a complaint filed by the real estate developer Sham Sundar Agarwal at the Marine Drive police station on July 22nd this year on the charge of extortion. Now, on Tuesday, the 2 accused were produced before Additional Chief Metropolitan Magistrate R.M. Nerlikar. The court remanded them in the CID's custody for further probe into the case. Now, the CID was also entrusted with the investigation of a case registered against Sham Sundar Agarwal under the Maharashtra Control of Organized Crimes Act, the MCOCA, at Juhu police station for his alleged links with the underworld gangster Chota Shakil. Now, Agarwal had alleged that based on this false case, Parambir Singh and the other police officers extorted money from him at the behest of his former business partner Sanjay Punamaya, as per the FIR. So, it's the third non-bailable warrant for Parambir Singh.
Yeah. Meanwhile, here's some news that will not make you very happy. Mumbai court allows plea by Rhea Chakraborty to defreeze bank accounts. The special NDPS court also permitted the prime accused in the drug case related to Bollywood actor late Sushant Singh Rajput to reclaim her laptop and phone, which was in NCB's custody. A Mumbai court recently allowed the plea by Bollywood actress Rhea Chakraborty seeking defreezing of bank accounts which had been frozen by NCB after she had been booked in the drug case being probed in relation to Sushant Singh's death. Special judge under the Narcotics, Drugs and Psychotropic Substances NDPS Act, DB Mani. Now he's also a Mani. He said there is no strong objection from the respondent, NCB, to defreeze the said accounts. In such circumstances, the applicant is entitled for defreezing the said bank accounts and FDs, which is surprising for me because if Samir Wankade was there, I'm sure he would have objected to it. Now, what's happening to the new, NCB people? The defreezing was permitted subject to conditions and undertaking supported by an affidavit stating that till the conclusion of the trial, Chakraborty shall make the balance amount as shown in the concerned account as on September 16, 2020, available for passing necessary orders as and when required. Now, Judge Mane also allowed a separate application for reclaiming Chakraborty's phone and laptop upon furnishing indemnity bond of 1 lakh. Chakraborty and others, including her brother Shovik, are accused of having facilitated procurement of drugs for consumption by Rajput. She was granted bail by the Bombay High Court after her bail plea was rejected by the special NDPS court. In her plea before the NDPS court, Chakraborty submitted that the amounts in her bank accounts are required for making payments of salaries of her employees. Now, I don't know who are her employees, maybe her father and her mother, and for fulfilling various tax liabilities. She further submitted that she supported her own as well as her brother's lifestyle with that money. Now, whose money is this? Of course, it has to be Sushant's, as you never had any movies from which you made money. Now, we are waiting for the day when CBI will issue summon and arrest Rhea Chakraborty and other murderers of Sushant Singh Rajput's, alleged murderers of Sushant Singh Rajput. Now, here I'd like to, this is now, I'm speaking on a negative note, Jaydev, is that, see, somewhere I feel politicians are working in tandem to get, to help Rhea Chakraborty and others, because this is a very negative move, which would have not been approved by Samir Wankre. Okay, so which means they are slowly helping this character, Rhea Chakraborty, to get off. Okay, why should her phone and her this thing, computer be given to her when the case is not cleared as yet, and she's still on bail?
So we
So
have
what
a
is happening?
very apt comment from just now.
Yeah,
All the
what is she
cases should
saying?
be solved within a time frame, like we
Exactly.
have targets at jobs, rather than dragging it and turning them into cold cases.
Yes, and then turning them into yes, absolutely. Yeah. So
Yeah.
moving on
So
to yeah, Twitter.
now moving on to Twitter. Now Twitter has something called a blue subscription, which will allow users to undo tweets and read news free of ads. Now, subscribers can add more flair to their Twitter experience. That's how they word it, with exclusive app icons and colorful themes and bookmark folders. Now, Twitter Blue subscription service is, as of now, is available only in the US and New Zealand for Apple, Android, and web users for a monthly price of $3 in the US. Now, the company's subscription service is also adding new features, including an undo button which lets you recall tweets before they are sent. Now, with undo tweet, subscribers can preview and perfect tweets before they are sent. Subscribers can also have access to Reader, which turns long threads into an easier to read experience. They can also change the text size within Reader to tailor the experience even further. They added. Now, one of the features also lets people view ad-free articles on participating websites and gives a portion of revenue from Twitter Blue subscriptions to those sites. So, according to the company, a portion of the revenue from the Twitter Blue subscription fees goes directly to publishers within their network in continuing their commitment to strengthen and support publishers and a free press. So when they say free press, I really I wonder what they mean by free press when when they shadow ban people who have right wing IT ideologies,
Yeah.
and they sort of indirectly influence the elections in certain democratic countries. Now they also now regarding this undo tweet feature, regarding the blue subscription, what they have said, they are literally saying that if someone is tweeting something, and if
Dangerous.
he has a blue subscription, he can delete it. So what
Yeah.
happens? Is it recorded by Twitter, or is it like if a very high
No,
profile person?
which means
Yeah,
the criminals can get away, the
yeah, that's
liars
what.
can get away. Now they are being caught and exposed. Social media is exposing all these liars. That cannot happen anymore. Is what
Yes.
is going to be Twitter's stand. Okay. Now moving on to another interesting news bit. A teacher uses Pornhub to give maths lessons, and he earns around rupees 2 crores per year. The 34-year-old teacher from Taiwan had tried teaching maths on other porn sites, including X videos, but did not get the kind of response he got in Pornhub. The only thing that comes to mind when you hear the word Pornhub is pornography. But did you ever imagine that a platform like Pornhub could be used to give math lessons? Well, none of us did until we came across a Taiwanese maths teacher named Chang Shu who gives maths lessons on Pornhub. Now, if you're wondering why would anyone want to watch maths videos on Pornhub, his video garners 1 million views and he makes around 2 crores per year. So, irrespective of the platform, people do want to hone their mathematical skills. Changshu, who operates under the handle Changshu Math 666, has a verified account on Pornhub. Interestingly, he had also tried to teach in other porn sites, but that didn't work, or he didn't get the response that he got here. But Pornhub seems to have no such biases. It wants its users to also learn maths. Since very few people teach math on adult video platforms, and since there are so many people who watch videos on them, I thought that if I uploaded my videos there, a lot of people should see them. Jiang Su said. He also features a message saying, please play hard, study hard. He can be seen in a grey hoodie and glasses in all his videos. He also solves mathematical problems on the green board and explains different methods in his native Mandarin. People may not be interested in my videos, but they'll all know there's a teacher who teaches calculus on an adult video platform. He added he believes people come to his video on an adult site because over half his viewers come for the novelty of seeing hard maths taught on Pornhub. He wants more people to watch his videos on Pornhub as that would help him raise 250,000 a year, which he can use to pay his staff to produce more videos of him teaching maths. I didn't want to teach math on Pornhub. I wanted to let the world know I'm a teacher from Taiwan who can teach calculus as well. He told the magazine. Now, it's rather bizarre that people find maths videos on a porn site. Interestingly, it clearly shows how some people are inclined towards academics and don't want to miss out on their maths lesson. Now, to the main case in tonight's session, talking about Sachin Vaze. Why has the CID Mumbai not questioned Vaze about his role in the SSR murder case? We have all seen pictures of him at the Cooper Hospital with Sandeep Singh and Sanjay Singh. Some reports came that he was also spotted outside SSR's home on 13th night, either the night that Sushant was killed or the next day when Sushant was killed. Now, this truth has to come out of him before he's let out on bail. I don't understand what NIA is waiting for. If NIA court has given Mumbai CD the right to investigate him, this should be done first. An SSR case will be solved in seconds. No need for Nupur of CBI to beg Google and FB for WhatsApp details. Yes, Aranya, I did see your comment on an astrologer saying that the Sushant case is moving. Perhaps it's not moving in the right direction, Aranya. Are they trying to prove that, the SSR case was a murder or abetment to suicide? Whether it's a suicide or an abetment to suicide? So, and this giving Rhea access to her bank account and her, mobile and her, laptop being given to her also is a very sly movement. They say that the NCB had no problem in this. Of course, the NCB had a problem. Samir Wankade was fighting tooth and nail to ensure that all her stuff is kept with the NCB. How come suddenly this move? A Mumbai court rejects ED request to question Sachin Vaze after the CID alleges sabotage. The Mumbai Magistrate Court has rejected the ED's application to question dismissed Mumbai cop Sachin Vaze, who is in CID custody in connection with a money laundering case. The agency's assistant director, Tazeen Sultan, had filed the application stating that it was imperative for the agency to record the statement of Vaze as early as possible to make him confront with the documents, evidences collected during the course of investigation, and statements of various accused persons, recorded and expedite the case to take it to its logical conclusion. The accused being a key conspirator, his recording of the statement is the need of the hour, read the application. Vaze is currently in the custody of Maharashtra CID, which is investigating all the extortion cases registered against former Mumbai Police Commissioner Parambir Singh and his associates. Singh is not traceable at the moment. I'm sure the politicians know exactly where he is. But the CID has arrested various people in all the different cases that they're investigating. Vaze was one of the accused in the case that has been registered with the Goregaon police station. CID has his custody till November 13th. I still don't understand. Of course, the Antilia case is important, and the Mansukherian case also is important. But Sushant died a year and almost 5 months back. Surely, Parambir Singh and Sachin Vaze are very involved in that case. So that should be the first priority for CBI, for the ED, and for the NCB. So NIA has to do it. NIA can't sit on its heels. Vaze has been behind the bars since his arrest in March this year by the national NIA in the Antilia bomb scare and businessman Mansukh Hiran's death. The ED had earlier taken permission from the NIA court and interrogated Vaze in Taloja's central prison on 3 days between June and July, the same jail where Arnab was kept. The ED application stated that Vaze has a significant role in the money laundering case against Deshmukh. Vaze played a key role in gaining the illegal gratification from bar owners of Mumbai on the direction of Deshmukh. Thus, he has abetted the said offence by aiding in generation of proceeds of crime, said the application. It further added that Deshmukh's statement has been recorded and it needs to be confronted with Vaze. The Financial Probe Agency's application was vehemently opposed by the CID. Special Public Prosecutor Shekhar Jagtap, appearing for the state agency, asked the ED to show any provision in law under which this application should be entertained. Where is the question of letting them interrogate an accused for 2 hours when it cannot be allowed even for 2 minutes? So here you see there's something very hanky-panky. Vaze has already undergone, they say, a cardiac surgery, and in such a state they want to interrogate him for 2 hours. Are they his parents that they're so worried about his health? Did they worry about all the health of all those who were a part of Arnab's team when they were belted and beaten? If anything happened to him in our custody, they're saying, then our investigating officer would be held responsible. Oh, really? Remember the case of Stan Swami? He died in judicial custody, but even then, the investigating agency NIA was blamed for it. Now, Magistrate Sudhir Bhajipal said it is the duty of the court to facilitate investigation. Forget court. What if the agency had directly approached you? Would you not have facilitated it? Replying to this query, Jagtap said, the court has to facilitate the investigation which is under its jurisdiction, not just any investigation by any Tom, Dick, and Harry. When you talk about NCB, why are they, or even by ED, here specifically ED, why are they saying it's Tom, Dick, and Harry? They are a federal agency. And going on, they say we would not have entertained ED at all. The purported agency and they are showing is only an eyewash. They want to sabotage our case. The so-called accused Vaze is a puppet in their hands. Why can't they just wait till Vaze is back in Taloja jail? The reply filed by CID opposing ED request stated that their investigation against Vaze is still incomplete and his house is yet to be searched and he has to be taken to various places for investigation. The reply further added that CID got Vaze's custody only for their case from NIA court. It further adds that the recording of statement by ED can impede their investigation as Vaze may not cooperate after interference of ED. ED has Deshmukh's custody till November 12th, while Vaze is in the CID's custody till November 13th. And that's why the agency was in a hurry to interrogate Vaze before Deshmukh's custody gets over. And it's also important at this time. See, today is 10th, 2 more days. ED has to question him about the SSR case as well. Now, NIA opposes Sachin Vaze's house arrest plea, says he may abscond, tamper with witnesses. Jaidev, moving to you, yes.
Yeah, so
the National Investigating Agency has opposed the bail plea of dismissed Mumbai cop Sachin Vaze, who's seeking 3 months house arrest instead of being kept in jail after his heart surgery.
Yeah, you can continue. I'm just,
okay.
The
NIA has opposed the bail plea of dismissed Mumbai cop Sachin Vaze, who was arrested by the central agency in the Antilia bomb scare and businessman Mansukh Hiran's death case earlier this year. Vaze is seeking 3 months house arrest instead of being kept in jail after his cardiac bypass surgery. Now, look at what all is happening to these people. One is absconding, his boss. And here, this guy has had a cardiac bypass surgery. When he did all these things, he was hale and hearty. However, the NIA opposed this plea in the lower court and has opposed it in the High Court too. Vaze is currently lodged at the Taloja jail in Navi Mumbai. 29-page affidavit filed in response to Vaze's plea by Advocate Sandesh Patil representing the NIA stated, the petitioner accused cannot ipso facto allege that the Taloja jail prison authorities are not well equipped with adequate medical facilities. In fact, the petitioner accused, being a former police officer, is fully aware of the state government-run hospitals attached with the prisons in Mumbai and Navi Mumbai region, Sir J.J. Group of Hospitals, St. George Hospital, etc. In this regard, it is submitted that this Sir J.J. Group of Hospitals is a multi-specialty state government-run hospital which is equipped with the modern medical facilities and highly trained team of doctors in various specialties. Also, the said hospital is fully equipped with a prison ward which is having adequate security. Affidavit further added, petitioner accused at this stage without any medical contingency cannot claim benefit of house arrest without any cogent ground, much less a ground based on alleged conjectures and surmises. Hence, on the count, the petition of petitioner accused may kindly be dismissed. It further added that since the NIA investigation is still on in the case, so if any house arrest is granted, the same would amount to granting of interim bail to the petitioner accused, which would cause great prejudice and irreparable loss to the case of prosecution and for the just decision and justice of the instant case. It is further submitted that the Honorable Court may kindly take into consideration the seriousness and the gravity of offences involved in this case. The offences committed by the petitioner accused are extremely serious in nature. Repeating the opposition to the house custody request of Vaze, the agency has said that if any house arrest is granted to the petitioner accused, there is every likelihood that the petitioner, we're talking about Vaze, accused will abscond from the jurisdiction of this honorable court and will tamper with the prosecution witnesses, including the protected witnesses who allegedly were his associates in the, and the petitioner accused is highly influential person. Vaze's lawyer Raunak Naik and Aarti Kalekar opposed the NIA reply and said that it does not talk about Vaze's current medical status. Naik argued that Vaze was taken to JJ Hospital at least twice since he was not keeping well at the prison hospital inside Taloja. The division bench of Justice Nitin Jamtkar and S.V. Kotwal asked Naik to annex latest medical reports of Vaze if he can procure from the civic hospital. The court adjourned the plea to November 18th with liberty to move the vacation bench in case of urgent hearing. Now, Sachin Vaze accused of settling BMC e-tendering fraud worth rupees 500 crores. Now, this is another fraud case. The letter was sent 6 days after Sachin Vaze was arrested on March 13th in the Antilia bomb scare case being investigated by the NIA. A letter dated March 19th has emerged against arrested Mumbai police cop Sachin Vaze 2 days after he accused Maharashtra Minister Anil Parab of asking him to collect rupees 2 crores for him. The letter talks about Sachin Vaze settling the issue with contractors in the recent BMC e-tendering fraud. The communication was sent by an individual named John Michael de Costa to Police Commissioner Hemant Nagrale and BMC Commissioner Iqbal Chahar. Complainant has sought an investigation to be launched into the rupees 500 crore e-tendering scam in the BMC and alleged that Sachin Vaze was probing the racket, had settled the issue. The letter was sent 6 days after the tainted cop was arrested on March 13th in the Antilia bomb scare case being investigated by the NIA. However, it is yet to be ascertained if Vaze was indicated towards this letter when he named Maharashtra Minister Anil Parab. What is an e-tendering fraud? In February, there were complaints made regarding the hacking of bids by a racket of contractors who allegedly managed to break into BMC's online tendering system. The cartel managed to check the bids and then quote lower bids to secure contracts worth hundreds of crores. It was alleged that a section of contractors were able to access the wallet balance and rates quoted by other contractors at the time of submission of online bids to BMC. So that's all the news for today, friends. I feel that since he is under ED, Sachin Vaze needs to be questioned about the SSR case. I don't know why the federal agencies are not doing that. Now, though they say that, see, the CIA says, uh, no, the police, Mumbai police say that, see, it's not important. It's very important. Otherwise, how will the truth come out? Okay. I'll open the lines for you to join in. And we'll also take your comments. Lots of messages from you. We'll take Mr. Reddy's. He says, when there is no active investigation, why is the family not bothered and pretend that they don't want to interfere in investigation? Where is the investigation, dear family? Is it invisible investigation? Well said, Mr. Reddy.
Yeah, and to add to Mr. Reddy's comments, there was no support for Samir Wankade from the SSR family members also.
Either, yeah. Mickey says, they think we are fooled by these actions. It only shows how more corrupt they are. We see and are voicing our concerns to changes needed, and justice must come. We won't stop. We will raise louder, non-stop. Yes, absolutely. Aranya? Yeah, you're talking about another. Yes. What's happening with Aryan? He skipped 2 summons already. How long will NCB wait before arresting him again? I strongly feel, Sonal, the NCP officer who's come now is not tough as was Samir Wankade. So I feel very disappointed in it. And I don't know what's happening here. Laila, Parambir's wife and son should be questioned. In fact, they should be the ones who should be brought back to India. She's in UK and she has a company there. She should be brought back and held hostage till her husband comes, if he cares for her at all, which I doubt, So, SSR family seems to have been well remunerated. There seems to be something wrong because even, the brother-in-law in Delhi seems to be close to Ankita Lokhande, who we all suspect was a honey trap. Welcome, Rahul.
Welcome, Rahul.
Thank you, Jaidev. Can you hear me?
Yes, welcome.
Yes.
Good evening. Very good evening to both. Very good evening to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And
Yes, continue, Rahul.
I think regarding the SSR, the entire Kand, as I would call it,
Yeah. Please go ahead.
I think we have been made to shift focus away from the reality.
Yes.
In the sense that the crux of the matter is the monopoly that is held over the
You can continue because I think you're hearing some echo and that's why you're pausing. You don't need to pause. Please continue.
yeah, so it's just the echo is just disturbing my speech.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. See, yeah, Jaidev and Meena. See, the crux of the matter is that there is a monopoly over film distribution, and that is. And that is why the mafia gets the power, because they hold they can scuttle your future by scuttling the release of your film.
Yeah. Yes.
And hence dictate who stars, what money, and what script, what music, and that whole series of things. Now,
Yes, continue.
now this monopoly is illegal as far as the Indian Parliament is concerned, and there is a law against it.
Yes. Yes, Rahul.
There is a commission against it called the Competition Commission.
Yes.
Now, the point is simple. There is enough law
Yeah.
to there is enough law to
Go ahead, Rahul.
kill the monopoly, and I'm having problems talking because the echo comes back. Meena,
Is there any other gadget that you're turned on? If you can turn it off.
no, there's no other gadget here.
Yeah, okay. No, it's very interesting to hear you speak, but because of the pauses, we are just waiting for you to continue.
Yeah. Now the point is that so if the government of India can bring the anti-monopoly law against film distributors who are holding a monopoly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Now we can do that, and that can be just easily done overnight. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what will follow is that now these guys who gang up around the power of the monopoly and then kind of boss over the others.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm talking names like given in the social media, like the Yash Chopra distribution system and his son, who's now the boss.
Yeah. It's all the 7 production homes.
Yeah. And then there is one Dawood Ibrahim guy also who's holding a monopoly over the next 7 production homes. Perhaps you know better.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the exhibitor comes after the distributor. Now that is where there is a monopoly also.
Yeah.
Now now if this monopoly is broken, you will have all this gang coming out against each another.
Yeah.
Against each other. You don't need CBI, NCB, NIA. You don't need all that. They will talk. These people will start talking themselves against each another.
Okay. So what what I would like to ask you, Rahul, since you have these details, why don't you write to the Prime Minister about this?
Yeah. Okay. Now, do I?
Because you will get a response.
Yeah. Meena, a simple question. Do you write a Prime Minister, a letter to the Prime Minister, please enforce the law? No, do we write there is a crime happening?
See, you are very specifically saying that in cases of monopoly, that these are the things that can be done, with regards to film, production. So, if you're very specific about it, this is something that you could give them. See, this is your knowledge, and perhaps these are things that others are not aware of. You could, and once it reaches the Prime Minister, it will become a point that it will be given to the correct person. Okay, we've lost Rahul, so we'll wait for him to rejoin us. And meanwhile, anyone who would like to join us, you're welcome. I'll also take some more interesting comments from the viewers. Devanushi says, all these politicians have dirt on each other, but use it only as per their convenience and agenda, not really for the better good to clean up the system. Here she is very clearly hinting at what is happening between Devendra Fadnavis and Nawab Malik. They use it only when it suits them and when their people are attacked, and that too their families. Devendra Fadnavis's wife was attacked, and hence he started exposing Nawab Malik, and Nawab Malik's family was attacked, and then hence Nawab Malik hit back at him. Now the whole thing seems to be every day, a press conference in the morning, hurling bombs at each other, which we find rather vulgar and uncouth. If you had all this information, Mr. Fadnavis, you should have done it much earlier to make sure that this government had toppled. So that would have been your duty to India and to the people of Maharashtra. Coming at this stage when your wife was insulted by Nawab Malik, it doesn't come as a good thing at all. I mean, as a leader, you should have shown your own, the same, alliance with your country and your patriotism. Jasna, hydrogen bomb, nuclear bomb, what next? Who is saying the truth? Absolutely. Well said, Jasna. Okay, let's move on to some other interesting ones. Arinya, Lenovo, yeah, okay. Arinya had also spoken about Vaze, and it's crucial for him to be questioned at the stage before he's given bail. Maya says all this slugfest between rival parties are for the soon to be held BMC elections. Yes.
There's one good comment here.
Yeah. Sudha Padmanabhan. Parambir's ongoing saga is fully orchestrated by SP, UT government, MUPO, etc. All are playing out a big drama and taking us public for a big merry ride. Sure. See, at least he should be ashamed to be in hiding. The man who used to walk with his belt and, hands in pocket, thinking that he was the policeman's Shah Rukh Khan. Yeah. Let's move on to other comments. Some very interesting ones coming. Kiran, is there any politician who can be trusted in Maharashtra? Everything is so shocking. Yes, Kiran, absolutely true. Maya, latest controversy to be discussed on Republic is Salman Khurshid's latest book, where he's comparing Hindus, Hindutva with ISI and Boko Haram. This is the same thing that Chidambaram did. You remember, Maya? See, they call it saffron terror. Actually, they have nothing to do. And this is a global attack against Sanatana Dharma and to try to make us feel vulnerable. And the present generation of Hindus are not going to take it lying low. So whatever Salman Khurshid does, whether he dances with women, okay, he's very famous for that, or stands on his head, this is not going to happen to you. Hindus are going to hit back. So, yeah, back to Rahul. Welcome, Rahul. I think we got cut off.
Meena and Jaydev.
Yeah.
Meena and Jaydev, a very simple. Thank you, Meena. Thank you, Meena.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jaydev.
Yeah, welcome.
No, it's a very simple question. Do I need to write to the government every time there is a law broken?
Not every time. Not every time, Rahul. That's not what we meant. What we meant is that, see, there are a million things happening at the moment in Maharashtra. Okay. See, even when I wrote to the Prime Minister about justice for SSR, it's almost 1 year and 5 months.
Okay,
it's not that,
I'll
see,
put it
they
in
don't
another
know.
way.
Yeah. Yes. Tell me. Yes, Rahul. Continue.
Now look, if the right law is not being brought in, it could be deliberate. It can't be a case of ignorance. It could be a case of deliberately shifting focus to drugs, which is not the crux of the matter.
You believe this is the crux of the matter?
The crux of the matter is monopoly. It is monopoly. And if you break the monopoly, the crux of the matter is monopoly. It's not me believing and a few people believing. The people who know, they will tell you the same thing.
Yeah. Right. No, it's a very good point that you're putting across.
Now, the thing is that if you break the monopoly, everything else breaks by itself.
Absolutely. Understood
Yeah,
that.
they will start talking. NIA has problem collecting evidence. Samir Wankhede has problems collecting evidence. These guys will come walking across by themselves.
Yeah, true. Well said. But here, Rahul, I just want to make a point that when everybody is breaking the law, you can see what's happening. Just see what's happening to Rhea and other people. Everybody, they're summoned by NIA or they're summoned by LCB, they don't turn up. They say they're sick or they're having stomach pain. So all the rules are being flouted in such a state. I mean, where everybody, right from the politicians to everybody under them, are breaking laws. What do you expect?
Okay, what I expect is that the wise and the elderly understand what it means to
Tell
apply
me,
the
tell me
not the
who is the
best law to
wise?
the matter.
Yeah, tell me who is the wise and elderly
The
in the
wise and
Mahavikas Agadi?
elderly.
No,
No,
in the
no, no,
Mahavikas Agadi. I'm talking specifically about that.
no. I'm talking about Modi and
No, no, no,
Amit
no, no.
Shah.
You talk about Maharashtra. We are talking specifically about Maharashtra and Bollywood.
No, in that
You
case,
tell me
who's
about
fighting
that.
against
Don't go up to
Maharashtra?
Modi. Don't go up to Modi. You talk about Maharashtra first, then move on to the center.
In Maharashtra, when everybody is corrupt, we have Modi and Amit Shah coming from the center
Right, right.
to tame these guys.
Yes. So now you believe that
Now,
Modi and
when they
Modi and
bring
Amit
the
Shah are also
wrong whip and
corrupt?
the wrong weapon and the wrong law, they doing it deliberately is the question.
So do you think that Modi and Amit Shah are also corrupt?
No, I didn't say that.
No, you're
Now,
indicating that.
no,
You're
if I'm
indicating that
indicating,
if they're keeping a blind eye or they're giving a deaf ear to this, that means that see they're deliberately doing it, right?
yeah, no, that could be one reason.
Yeah. So you're pointing to that.
The other reason could be ignorance of a plethora of laws.
That's why I said, why don't you write to them?
I mean, it's a very big mistake. It's not a fine mistake. It's a very big mistake. Yeah, we should. Okay, and okay, I'll come out frankly. I think it is deliberate, not
Okay.
applying the right law,
Okay.
and as a result, the case is being dragged.
So what is the purpose of it? You mean?
Yeah, the purpose is simple.
Yeah.
The purpose is simple. If Dawood goes, let's bring our man in place of Dawood, which could be Adityanath. Okay, because Bollywood, IPL, and politics.
My God, Rahul, you are going to another
Yeah, I
tangent.
am. I am.
You're
You
talking
prove me
about
wrong.
Yogi. Yogi is the one who's cleared the mafia in UP.
No,
He's turned
no.
UP upside
Yeah,
down. He's been
then you please.
arresting people and getting people, to give their
Yeah,
property
I
and
don't
everything.
want to
How
argue.
can you talk
Then you
about Yogi
please
Adityanath?
clear the
That's
mafia
not fair at all.
in Bollywood also. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I don't
Yeah,
want to
that's fine.
argue. I think
That's
I have
fine.
made my point.
Yeah, that's fine. Chandrika, what nonsense. Well said. Correct, Ruchi. Why are not pulling? See, they don't want to ask them the questions. They want us to question only Modi and Amit Shah, who are available for everybody's, bashing. This is how it works. You come and you bash them. You don't dare bash Shiv Sena, the one who doesn't have a spine. Okay, who's in a hospital, not in Kupa hospital, not in his own hospital. He is in a hospital that doesn't belong to him, and he's going to get his spine done if he didn't have a spine. Okay, he will not question Sharad Pawar, who is now under the magnifying glass. Okay, he will not question Sonia Gandhi. So Rahul is going to question Yogi ji, who is the only one who is doing so much for the state. Sorry, I don't agree with you, and I'm glad you left. I don't know, friends, what is your response? Please tell me your response, because I'm very, concerned about what he said. Now, Aranya is saying Modi and Shah are busy with so many external attacks every day. Absolutely. CBI and NIA and ED have to probe fearlessly. And Reddy says, now seeing his family's insensitive approach, we can understand why SSR couldn't rely on them for his rescue. He knew they wouldn't support his research against the criminals around him, but prefer safety. Ruchi, he is such a fearless man. Honest, loyal. Yogi ji, yes. Rahul, Devanushi Chala is what I'm saying to you people. What? Oh God. Shilpa, Yogi ji is great. Won't question Yogi ji, but Modi ji and Shah should take cognizance. Headache. To each his own. Minaji, yes. But I don't understand, Gloria. Here, I'd like to clarify one point. Is that first start with Maharashtra. Okay, you're saying that none of these people are accountable, so it's better to approach Modi ji. Okay, now when you say that Modi ji is closing his eyes, when Modi ji is trying to clear the drug scene, which directly leads to Sushant Singh's death, doesn't that mean that they are trying to clear up the scene? What is he trying to say? Is he saying only this point that he meant about the monopoly? If you remove the monopoly of movies, then only it'll all be solved. That may be his point of view. It's not everybody's point of view. So here I don't agree. Maya, Yogi ji and Dawood. What a comparison. Is there any logic? Well said, Maya. You always speak my thoughts. Yogi's steadfastness to remove corruption is to bracket him with the gutter wood. Absolutely. Well said. Sincerely, Shilpa. Thank you, Minaji, for keeping SSR movement and the conversations going. Thank you. Rahul, ask Adityanath to use the same laws to remove Bhatti. He's already doing it, Rahul. Please don't act ignorant. Every day he's doing it, and we're all admiration for him. I hope that he is the next future Prime Minister of India. So I will not take your comments. If your comments are going to speak badly about a person who's working for India as a patriot, I find all your comments nonsensical. Devanushi, discussion over. Absolutely. Well said. Ruchi, I agree with you, Devanushi. If there's a clean Neta after our PM, that is Yogi ji. Well said. Devanushi, Rahul, you've been absolutely unclear in your points and pointing at the wrong side. That's what we understand from your points stated. Well said, Devanushi. Rahul ji does not seem clear. Sorry, your intent does not seem honest. Absolutely. Apurva, some people just need a listening ear. Just hear them. Filter in the best and put out the rest, Minaji. No, I'm sorry, Apurva. I cannot agree when the wrong point is put forward. I'm not here in this channel to agree with people who give you the wrong, opinion or the thing. That may be their opinion, but I would not agree with them. Okay. And if you're continuing to tell me that, push your theory across to me and say that what you say is right, no, I will not agree with you. So here I do not agree with you, Apurva. Rahul ji doesn't seem clear. Sorry, your intent does not seem honest. Future PM. Absolutely, Rekha. Ruchi, hats off to Yogi ji. Yes. No question. Please don't speak against. Yes. See, what's more important, Shilpa, here is that, the elections are also coming close. This is the time we should be supporting, patriots like Yogi ji. He doesn't care two hoots. He doesn't have homes. He doesn't have Mercedes Benzes. He doesn't have jewelry. He's just a yogi, and he doesn't have desires. So when you have this kind of a man being a leader, we should be all standing for him. What the hell is he talking about? I find it ridiculous. And I'm not going to take his comments. Already we stop with them. Please. Yeah, you're great. I also feel you. Thank you, Kiran. Neither did I agree with that man. Yeah, I know, Gloria, but don't tell me to sort of take it or absorb it. I can't. Ruchi, I'm always with such brave men who dare to clean up mafia in UP. And all of you should also know, when Mulayam Singh Yadav was in power, his son was in power, Akhilesh Yadav. Do you know what they did? The day he had to vacate his house, when they broke the house, you won't believe it. All the world's riches were in that house. the best of Italian marble bathrooms and kitchens and whatnot. Does Yogi have such bathrooms and kitchens and such houses? No. We need leaders like that. Rahul has taken the same drug as. Let us not make fun, of course, Maya. So it's not right. Yeah. Power of love. We are lucky that we have Modi ji, Yogi ji, and Amit Shah. Yes, at least they give us a listening ear. You know what Modi ji tweeted a couple of days back? He said that we welcome criticism. Why does the leader say that? Because out of criticism, they can take what is right and remove what is wrong. This is how a leader should speak. Soumya, it's easy to bash the PM for everything. If you bash CMs of Maharashtra, Bengal, or Delhi, you'll be slapped, arrested, and taken to a court with black cloth over your head. Yes, Soumya, and chains on your leg, as they did with Samir Thakur, as they did with, they also arrested a lady. She was, I forget her name. She also was put in jail at night so that she could not go out. So these are things that are happening. So Delhi, all of them are very famous. Bengal, West Bengal. True, Yogi ji always comes up with new ideas and strategies to improve the state. You remember, Jasna, when the riots happened, what he did was he put all the names of the people who had looted and made, put fire all over and all that. What he did was he named and shamed them with pictures, and then he also confiscated their properties. That's how you teach people. So I can't understand. He directly speaks about, he goes straight to him and says, Yogi ji. People are not going to agree with you, Rahul. Those who are pointing fingers to Yogi ji should research about Yogi ji first. What Nath Parampara is. Yes. Well said, Soumya. Yes. Yes, Sunaina Holi. She was put in jail at night so that she could not get out. So this is how Maharashtra works. God alone is, if we were all in Mumbai, what would have happened to us? That's the kind of man and government that they have. And this man has nothing to say about them. Remember, Akhilesh, they even stole taps before vacating the house. Yes. Simi, well said. Sorry, joined late. Okay. We were in a big sort of argument. You should hear that, yes. Mickey, that is why we support you, Meena, because of your straightforwardness and stand for truth and justice. Hats off to you. Thank you, Mickey, because it's all of you. We together make a hand. And also the fact that, your comments are all so important because you don't have to have any fear. You're fearless. And that's why we join together. I don't care how many people are watching it. I don't care how many people like it or don't like it. What I want is people who think like us, who appreciate leaders and give them the support. Modi ji is an impartial, matured leader whom no highly educated even can't match. He breathes India in every step. Only we hope the system under him works like him. Yes. Now, Rahul says, if you can use the right law in UP, then the right law to kill the mafia in Bombay is anti-competition laws, power given to competition. Okay, now you're rolling around and speaking what, we are all speaking about. And that's what they're doing anyway, Rahul. We need a yogi in every state of our country. Absolutely. Gloria, I watch you daily, Meena, because our wavelength matches. We move against the tide. We cannot speak things just to please people. Truth is truth. Gloria, I get pulled up a lot in social media. And that doesn't worry me because I'm not here to impress anybody. When something is wrong, we say it. When something is right, we say it. For example, in the case of the Padma Shri Awards, every award that was given was suited to every person. There were doctors who were taking only 1 rupee, for as fee. And so many people who, some came in barefoot. These are all the real heroes. But when 2 people from Bollywood came, who we know are a part of the drug nexus, Karan Johar had a drug party at his house, and we all know about what Ekta Kapoor does. We all spoke vehemently. Social media was full of anger against these two people. Is Bollywood all of Indian film? Why was there no actor selected from or director selected from the south or from other parts of the parts of India? Is Bollywood everything for these Padma Shri awards? And what is their contribution? So here again, coming back to the point, Gloria, I spoke about it yesterday, is that you don't need to agree, even if it's something PM Modi has done. If there is something he is saying, you criticize. If you're doing something wrong, criticize. Let us go on the right path. So you don't have to be a yes person, to what's happening. Amit says, these SP leader amass money from small room where they start an income tax department doesn't even question them. How ridiculous. Yesterday, a few days back, I was reading, Amir Khan's, heroine, one of the heroines in his Dangal. She has built a house worth crores. But where did the money come? One single movie and a few bits of, room somewhere here and there. I don't understand. Where does this money come from? And you look at all these cricketers. Earlier, cricketers used to live like common middle-class people. Dravid and all of them. But look at them now. They live king size, better than even all these Khans. So corruption is in IPL. It's in other games as well.
I think we should wind up.
Yeah, we just take a few more comments. Yeah, it's 9:10. Yes, Karthik session is almost getting over. Yeah, we miss Karthik. Rahul seems to be a leftist. Yes. A common man doesn't know the rioters could be punished this way. Before Yogi, UP was well known for the jungle Raj and Gundas. Could try. While people, yes, he brought out innovative methods, to punish them. Devanushi, this channel is honest, quality over quantity. We stand by you and this channel, Candid Mean. Thank you so much. See, all your support is what is important for us. Nothing more matters. Laila, ma'am, I think Tandon sir was trying to say that as Yogi removed mafia from UP, similarly, another Yogi should do the same. Okay, Laila, he's coming around to that because everybody is opposing him. So he's just coming around to that, So I don't agree with that. Now he'll slowly come, as per our tune and speak about that. We now need Modi ji and Amit Shah to be more strict with all the criminals posing as good people. They definitely know who are messing with the nation. Time for swift and just action. Meenaji, it was so jarring to watch the Kemalist torchbearers sharing the same stage as greats like Tulasi Gowda and others. And M, the philosopher, Karthik. These are all great people. Many of them, they just came in their rustic clothes, not in the Manish Malhotra outfits that Karan Johar and Ekta Kapoor came in. It was a shame. And it's a shame for the minister who is backing them. Immediately after they got it, Smriti was the first one who came on Instagram and said that, see, how hard Ekta Kapoor has toiled, her best friend has toiled to get this. Smriti, nobody believes you. So please don't give us a scrap. We all know that you worked under her and you benefited out of it. And you're looking at your future prospects as well. Once you finish your job as a politician, you still depend on Ekta. So that's the message you're giving. That's nothing more to that. Why can't we object the award given to these two people? Yes, this should be cancelled so far. We will hold a session on this True Indian. I'll just alert you on that. Okay, let me just take a few more comments. Arinya. Ma'am, NK Sood is an ex-raw, should have put his foot down regarding Ekta Kejo awards. It's such a slap on SSRians by devil. See, I don't know if he has a voice or a say on that. This has been decided last year, and because of the COVID, they didn't do it with all the fanfare. But this was decided last year, and last year also we lambasted the minister as well as all those people who had recommended. Also from Maharashtra's side, it was the Penguin who would have suggested it, because he is the one who's suggesting it in Maharashtra. Few qualitative guts, how humans can do wonders. Now I'm witnessing it in this candid talk. Ma'am, you're in our pure thoughts, only fuel towards justice we are seeking. Thank you so much, Maya. Sincerely, Shilpa, we all stand united, call out misdeeds and wrongdoings. No matter how powerful the culprits are, it's time to bring back glory. Now, viewers, I'd like to say one more thing. See, earlier when I started, in 2009, I came onto social media when I was in Dubai. And that's the time I started fighting vehemently against Congress and their cronies. And we were actually speaking on behalf of Modi ji, as the next leader. At that time, I'll tell you very frankly, my family was also against what I was doing because in Dubai it was not safe. At any time, they could take me and put me in jail if I speak against certain things, okay? And being a Hindu. But I did not, I did not listen because the anger within me was so much that I could not take this kind of crap that was being, people were scared of Sonia Gandhi. Anybody who spoke against Sonia Gandhi was jailed. People were thrown out of their jobs, and all these fake media like Barkadats and all that were threatening us, and many of them lost their jobs because of people like Barkadat. I was also given anonymous letters, without knowing that that company belonged to me. They sent letters saying that I have to be thrown out of the company, that I'm a bigot, So from then to today, I've not stopped. And my parents my mother is also worried about me. Many people have also said that, see, don't do it. But see, it's all within your character. Either you fight or you give in, or you try to tread the path of the opposition, and get money for that. It's all, it's a part of your, genetic thing. So here, I would say that, see, many of you here had the same thoughts that I have, and I'm so proud of that. And that's why whenever I come on this show, I feel energized because a lot of your comments are so, so valid. So let's just take a few more. These awards should be revoked, yes. I couldn't find these druggies getting such prestigious awards by their zero contribution towards anything. Yeah. Here also, see, while, Kangana got the award. Look, I don't have anything against Kangana because she, as an actress, she's quite good. And her contribution is good. In some of the movies, she's acted very well. But as a person, I think she's a U-turner. She takes U-turns whenever she chooses just to keep her fires burning. And in the case of the Pakistani singer, what's his name, Jadid?
Adnan Sami.
Yeah, Adnan Sami. I think it's a well-deserved award because I've been following his career and the fact that he sings beautifully. I mean, he's one of the best singers that we have ever heard, and also the fact that he's suffered quite a lot personally as well because he's had a couple of divorces and now I think he's happily married. So I have absolutely no the thing qualms about him getting it. It's only these two people that we were against because we know they are a part of the nexus who tried to get rid of SSR and also tried to force him to act only in television. So that's all for now, friends. And I'll just take a last comment from Devanushi before we go. You're standing up for the truth, what is right at any cost, consistently. We love you. We love that about you, Candid Meena. Learn from you every session. Yeah, thank you so much, Devanushi. And all of you will always remain close to my heart because this is what we need to fight back. And please do not tell us to, take the, wishy-washy stand where we sit on the fence and say, oh, whatever comments come, that's okay. No, you have to be very clear about what you're saying and your conscience needs to be clear. The jury behind the Padma Awards, what's your justification for giving it to? Okay, what good movies have you watched? Please recommend us. So we watch and try to, yeah, sure, we'll do that as we sing. Karthik also makes a point. Adnan Sami went through hell. Yes, I have no issues. Yeah, absolutely, and he's a beautiful singer. So let's not, just be biased against because they're Pakistanis. There are a lot of good people in Pakistan. I have some friends in Pakistan when I was in Dubai, and I continue to have relationships with them. So it's not the Pakistanis. It's all about politics, And politicians are the worst lot. They will lie, whilst looking at you eye to eye. They will not fulfill promises. And if you think that you can trust them, forget it. So, good night, friends, and thank you so much.